Hey everyone, this is Walter, and I'm back here with more content I got from Reddit. Last video was pretty disturbing, so how about we get back to covering nice guys as a palate cleanser? Nice guys are those guys who always go on about how nice they are. But it doesn't mean a whole lot compared to showing that you're nice, especially when they don't get their way and show how nice they actually are. Well anyway, let's just begin with nice guys from Reddit. These posts come to us from Reddit nice guys, as usual. All women look down on a men that truly love them. They reject the good men for a bad boys, and they are old and don't have to offer. They come looking for the good guy because they want to settle, because they didn't appreciate the good man. Many girls rejected me in high school, and now I have found like 3 of them on Facebook telling me that they wanted, after 25 years of a husband that never loved them and cheated on them. Wow, I can't imagine being middle-aged and still butthurt about girls that didn't want you in high school. This may be the most pathetic thing I've ever read. Yeah, what's the point? Hopefully you're both completely different people 25 years later. I could barely remember shit from high school, let alone rejections. Like I mentioned, you earned your disrespect the moment you started looking to hoe with others over there. Remember one thing, like girls care about a man's financial future, we care the most about a girl's sexual past. Why is it always some guy like this who tries to speak for all men? Sexual history is not what I care about the most, not even close. And believe it or not, some people get better with practice. If your past is already messed up and you are clearly looking to waste the time of men over here, why should we even respect you in the first place? Clearly, the guys aren't red-pilled enough and would support a girl even if she is in the wrong just because she has a vagina and they think by upvoting and supporting you, you would let them enter your pants. Just understand that this subreddit is filled with a ton of beta male simps who would want to enter your DMs and sing poems to you, but you wouldn't give them the time of day. Plus, having a standard of not reply with hello or hey just shows that you are an entitled female. Simply because you have been pedestalized by these kind of low-quality men. Have a great day. Of course he'd be the kind of guy to throw other men under the bus. Just the fact that other men might like these women infuriates this guy. I don't fully get it. Women have little to offer and they call men creepy. Ha ha ha, wow, the entitlement is unbelievable. No worries, bro. Once these asshole clowns realize the dudes they are chasing don't give 2 fucks about them, they will finally get it. That they shouldn't have been so arrogant. They will be 35 and single and complain about where all the good guys are. Ha 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 ha, by then it's too late. They will have to settle. Ah yes, being single at 35, a fate worse than death. That sounds like his plan. He thinks if he waits for women to turn 35, they have no choice but to settle for him. Ah yes, just according to Keikaku. Oh hey, I think it's that guy who was calling everyone simps a minute ago. Let's see what else he has to say. English, please. If you can read clearly, I put my comment in English, so please respond back in the same. The only real reason you are butthurt is because as a girl you can't stand it when a man stands up and puts a woman in her place. Call it slut-shaming if you want, but a woman is entirely different from a man, and I will call out behaviors of a girl if it's actually bad. If a woman has hoed in her youth and has had multiple car owners, men, she is by default for the streets and deserves to be pump and dump material instead of being considered a wife. Only simps and white knights would want these kind of girls. The only real reason you replied to me is because you got triggered by the reality and my narrative and it hurts your sense of reality of things. Have a great day. He definitely sounds like a joy to be around for both men and women. Found on a post about a video where a woman is constantly being harassed by a guy who can't take no for an answer. All too often I see the asshole get the girl in the end. Young women hate boring, even though that's the kind of guy they should want. Someone unexciting but devoted to them and appreciates them. As a guy, I was often amazed at the guys women would refuse. Nice, not bad looking, successful, but not edgy enough. This guy just telling women that they should want to date boring men. I sure hope someone tells me what the objective correct type of woman to date is. You think getting friend-zoned is bad? Imagine your creepy male friend thinking you owe them sex. Thank you. Okay, so there's a lot of misconceptions about the friend zone, and why men act like it's a big deal. First is that the man felt romantically for you, went out on a limb to ask you out or express his feelings, then was shot down. This wouldn't be so bad other than having to be the shoulder you cry on when your relationships go south and getting to listen to every poor me conversation about other men. It's easier for most men to just leave because they can't handle that emotional roller coaster. Then, we're chastised for having feelings while simultaneously being chastised for not expressing our feelings. My main problem is that men aren't allowed to have romantic or sexual emotions because it's always forceful. If a woman wants to have those feelings, it's extremely taboo for a man to refuse because what's wrong with him? Okay, first off, men reject women all the time with no stigma. Even the incels acknowledge this. But also, just like women don't have to date you, you don't have to play their fucking therapist either. If you have to walk away, do it. Never mess with a truly frustrated virgin when he is on a quest for a girlfriend to share true love and trust with. If you get the reference, you probably hate me, and if you don't, do yourself a favor and don't look it up right now. Any attention is better than no attention. If you know anything about human behavior, you would know we prefer pain over boredom. Again, that negative attention is tiny. The overall deal women gets is pretty good. Hypergamy is so strong that women have to push away men who are asking her out, while men are considered useless and are forced to rot alone. Just look at the evil Tinder. You can make a female profile with a pic of a chair, and you would have plenty of matches. Meanwhile, even above average looking men are struggling to get any dates. Clown world. Saying women have it good because they get lots of likes on Tinder would be like saying the homeless are lucky and spoiled because they can eat whatever food out of the dumpster that they want. Oh god, this next guy has a real way with words. Hey, Stacy, I don't mean to be worrisome, but I just dealt with some really weird shit again, and I'm over it. Either my ex or somebody I don't like hacked into my phone. I know we didn't meet and weren't even dating, but I was thrown off on how you randomly wasn't feeling it. You didn't tell me why or nothing. I know as I've gotten older, chicks don't just stop starting to like a dude for no reason and they're still on the site. It just doesn't happen. And not to sound cocky, but especially with a guy like me, I'm not that goofy looking, lol. So I meant to ask you, what was the reason? Because we were kinda having really good conversation and then out of nowhere, nothing? That doesn't happen unless she met someone, which makes sense, or the dude turned her off completely. And I know those didn't happen unless you cheat, and I don't think you do that. If I didn't see you in my messages still and this random shit happened again, I wouldn't be asking you this, but I know something isn't right. You say you're a godly woman, so you wouldn't lie, right? I believe you would tell me why or who. Hopefully I'm right, lol. Anyways, please let me know. Holy hecko, how accusatory. And the fucking ego on this guy too. It couldn't have possibly been something I did. Obviously you did something wrong. And don't you dare lie to me or baby Jesus is gonna cry. Let's read some more. Hi Nick, I'm sorry that my decision to move forward has made you feel this way. I didn't intend for it to do so. Unfortunately, there was just something off for me. Part of it is maybe the communication. It seems like I wasn't as connected to you as you felt towards me with some of these long messages you're sending me, and for that I'm sorry. You didn't do anything, and no one contacted me, and no, I'm not seeing anyone else, and no to all of those things. It just didn't feel right to me. Huh? LOL, no, those long messages were after. Reread the texts. What the fuck, so you got an ego like that? Chick, I could screenshot you the 30 chicks I've been talking to, 5 of which I've already hooked up with, and 2 that I talk to on a regular. To be honest, if a chick I know isn't up to my level, and she tries to say she's moving forward, I know something ain't right, and I don't do no lying. I screenshot all the chicks I was sending long messages to. It's either someone contacted you or you got in your ego because I wasn't messaging you the past weekend because you probably knew I was on dates, which I was. I was on 4 different dates. Oh, come on, is this motherfucker like 12? This guy was sending messages that were too long for her liking, now he's trying to convince her he didn't care at all. This whole thing didn't have to be that awkward if he didn't make it. Is this supposed to make me interested again? Because it's not. And if you're like that, you're not my type at all anyway. You can stop messaging me. Thank you. Some of y'all women are a trip, LMAO. I didn't think you had an ego like that. I was just being a gentleman. Don't let all those past conversations get to your head. That or you were coached, but guess what? I was 2 steps ahead of the game, chick. You definitely weren't even my top 10, and I can prove that with a screenshot of all my messages. I'm shocked you said I was more into you, LMFAO. Bitch, you're a trip. I had to keep using the citation needed because that guy was monumentally full of shit. Oh, I was just being a gentleman by accusing you of cheating on me even though we're not dating. Checks out. Let me tell you something, single mothers with over 1 kid. If you ever tell a dude that like you and say some shit like, I'm a catch, it's your loss if you don't want me, that is such a horrible thing to say and he'll lose interest quick as fuck. Be lucky that he likes you even to talk to you. Once you got 2 kids and from 2 baby daddies, it's going to be real tough for you to catch a dude in the first place. Don't think you're high and mighty from your past mistakes and blame men, saying they ain't shit when you weren't shit in the first place. Yeah, this doesn't sound like he's trying to destroy someone's self-esteem so that they can't leave. When I was with my abusive ex-boyfriend, he would send me shit like this all the time about how guys don't want single moms and no one wants to date a woman with kids, so I would be grateful that he wanted to be with me. Okay, let's cover a bit more and then call it a day. I would like to shout out my patrons today. Let's cover a little classic Wern real quick. It's risky for me to get a job because I'd lose my disability to double my income, so I don't see the point unless you're with me or at least dating me with the intent of having children one day. Oh yeah, it would only double my income, that won't be worth it. Spoken exactly like you'd expect from someone who hasn't worked in 21 years. He's also wrong apparently. Saying I'm a sexual deviant for being attracted to women younger than my 22-year-old dental hygienist's niece is ignorant. It's like saying that because I think there's a lot of fine black women that I must be sexually attracted to Lizzo. This just wouldn't have been creepy enough without mentioning his niece, of course. Always have to mention that niece. Anyway, that's about all the time I have for you today. Thanks for watching, everyone. If you liked the video, please give it a like. If you have something to say about the posts or just life in general, let me hear it in the comments. I read most of those. If you're new here and want more content like this, consider subscribing. Alright, it's Patreon time. Thanks to my patrons for helping support me. I had to pay some stupid dental bills that are pretty out of hand, cause God bless America, so thanks again. Jimmo, Levon, Maxo11X, Chris Sturman, MDB3000, Bagel Bones, Jenny Cook, Amanda Gillies, Cho, Daisy, Daniel Delapenna, Deborah Douglas, Dr. A, Enui Blue, Finn Yee, Horatio T, Invader Jill, Justin Godsey, Kitty Sparkles, Clipper, Ouroboros, Sandyman. V stands for William Ash, Jacob K, Camper Supreme, Megan Breeze, Alex Anakin, Dollface Sinner, Knit1 Code 2, Lil Spoon, Esperova, Francois Tremblay, Jubes, Ms. Mayhem, Nick Lucarelli, Petulant Panda, and Regrettable Stitches. I might try to stream soon, but otherwise I'd expect a Reddit Stories video next. Maybe eventually a Wern update. Well, have a great night everyone, and beware the decent men of Reddit.